So today, I really don't got shit to talk about. Like, I was trying to think of a subject. I'm like, nothing came up that I felt was genuine. So we're gonna go through something just stuff I've ran across my plate, I guess. So yesterday I watched the Jay-Z interview with GQ, I believe it was. And then right after that, I watched the Larry June and Nick Cannon interview that they did. I took from both of them interviews from guys that, you know, basically did it their way and made their success their way. Is in doing that, for one, it's gonna take longer. You know, you're not really looking for industry acceptance. I know back then in Jay-Z time when he was coming up in the 90s and stuff, that was the only avenue to get yourself in position. You had to go through their distributions. You had to go through they channels to, you know, get success, radio and all that stuff. In Larry June case, I believe he went through a label at one point early in his career, figured out it wasn't for him, created his own team, built his own system, own infrastructure, and then, you know, he is where he is now. However, the commonality with them doing it their way, it took them longer. They both make a style of music that's like fitting in case, it's like it fit them, you know, it fit they demeanors, it fit they story. I think I'm using the right words. But it's not like something that you hear from this artist or that artist or this artist or that artist. Like, you can't say, oh, he sound like Jay-Z. You can't say another artist sound like Larry June, you know? So I think those are two things that I took. You know, it's gonna take you longer because you're not looking for acceptance. You're not looking for appeasing, you know, people and fit into some kind of mold or some kind of build that the industry wants you to fit into. Is you doing you. You know, that's gonna rub people the wrong way. They not gonna get it at first because it hasn't been seen. So them the two things I took from that, man. And one thing that Larry June said in his interview, he was like, he started making music that, you know, he liked to listen to what other artists was kind of making the sound at that time. Then he said he got to a point where it was like, let me make music that's just me. Let me be me. I think he said he went to a meeting or something with a label or somebody. And whoever it was he was talking to asked him, hey man, so what makes you different? What make you stand out from what we already have on our roster? And he said he didn't have an answer to it. You know, so that's what made him switch his whole identity to being himself. And you know, I've seen other artists that's independent say the same thing. I've seen Nip say that before. I've seen La Russell say that before. I've seen Russ say that before. All these dudes who are, you know, successful artists. You get on this side so you can be out the sun. Come on. And I think that's kind of slept on, man, especially today. Everybody sounded like, you know, everybody sounded like nobody has their own identity. You think about it, everybody dress alike, niggas wear the same clothes, use the same lingo, you know, same slang, same hairstyles, everything be the same, man. So it's no artist that is standing out. It's nobody that is just separating themselves from the pack all the way around. And I think when you're going independent, and I'm not even gonna just keep it to music. I use it like as a whole in any industry. I use it as a general statement. When you trying to set yourself apart, when you trying to break into an industry, when you trying to break into whatever it is, whatever field you into, you're gonna have to do something that go against the norm. You're gonna have to be I think the word is an anomaly. You know, you're gonna have to do something that ain't been done. You have to think outside the box. And that's not easy. It's not easy. Take a lot of thought power. You know, it take a team. It take a collection of ideas. Very rare do you have somebody that do it and create this master idea alone. You know. So bringing it back to just music, and music is like Larry June said, your identity, you going and leading with you being you in your music. Not trying to sound like nobody else, not trying to copy, you know, be a carbon copy of another artist. That's gonna take you a long way. It's only one you in this world, you know. You can have similarities to other people, but there's only one you. And when you lead with that, you know, it's gonna be, might not be 3 million people that relate to you and fuck with you, but there might be 100,000, it might be 10,000. And that's a lot. That's a lot of people. You feel me? It's a lot of people that's gonna relate to you and support you. That you could speak to. You feel me? So, being true to yourself, being authentically you, not compromising your principles, your morals, first establishing some principles and morals, and not compromising, you know, not compromising them for the sake of a dollar or the sake of opportunity or whatever the case. Man, it's gonna take you a long way. It's gonna take you a long way. It takes longer, don't get me wrong, but once you get it, you go farther with that, because again, it's authentic. It's you, it's real. And that's one thing that everybody is looking for in this world, something real, something true. Whether it be relationships, whether it be an artist, whether it be a product that they, whether it be a product that they looking for, everybody wants something real. Come on. Everybody wants something real to have, you know, in their possession or be associated with. Come on. So that's just my thoughts this morning, man.